really enjoyed our stay with Anthony using Airbnb. Had a great time. Really, again, was surprised at the quality of the place, the care that they put into it. So I highly recommend Airbnb. Just check it out, look at the ratings, and give it a try. Now, before we did leave out that morning, we heard a little something on the news about a pipeline problem in Alabama at the time, and that would later come back to haunt us. But we didn't let that stop us today. We headed on out, had to stop and get a few supplies. I think we got some sunblock, a few other things at the local Walmart before we headed on down. Highway 41 through the Everglades. We made several stops in there, including an airboat ride that you're going to get to see. But first we had to get down to the Walmart and take care of getting our supplies in and getting our cooling vests wetted. Now, we've really enjoyed our trip to this point, and this is about the point where we started to figure out that we still managed to bring too much stuff with us. We probably could have left a good bit of what we had in the rigs home, but we still pared it down to fit in 2 rigs for 2 of us for close to a month. The plan is to stop at some point, stay in a hotel, and wash our clothes. We took about a week's worth of clothes with us, and in retrospect, we should have taken really about 3 days worth of clothing would have been fine, because you wear it over, you keep one set nice, you wear your clothes over, and you just wash them. Maybe once a week at a hotel where we would stay at, we washed them, so we never took full advantage of all of the clothes. Now, going down 41, we saw this Airboat tour that was available, Captain Mitch's Airboat tours, and we decided to stop, and I guess there weren't any roses to smell, but we did have a good time out on the airboat.
Well, we're about to go on an airboat tour here at Captain Mitch's Airboats, and we decided to stop when we saw it on the side of the road and all this swamp around here. So we're going to take off here in just a few minutes and take y'all along so you can see what happens. Looking forward to it. We're on Highway 41 in the south of Florida. The rigs are doing good. You can see we got them both packed out. I got my Hyper Cool coat here. That's actually the brand name, Hyper Cool. And I'll have to say, they've done pretty good. We actually chunk them in the ice chest, and we soak them from about here up in the ice chest. Leave the tail out so it doesn't get so wet and it collects water. But as we ride, it cools us off. And we're actually started wearing them because the wind's blowing. It's noticeably cooler when you have this on when it's wet. So we're actually going to wear them on the airboats too. But my wife's got hers. We've got our, oh, I'm trying to get used to this. Yeah, I'm using it as not a selfie stick. Get you guys level.
There you go.
She's wearing her jacket. We've been enjoying our ride. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I ordered both of them, one large and one extra large for me, and hers came with a collar. Do what?
Tilt the camera back up.
How about I sit it on my shoulder? How's that? There we go.
That's better.
It's got pockets, and mine doesn't have any of that. No collar, no pockets. I don't know. I got gypped.
I'm stoned.
I got gypped.
That's what you get for having to buy bigger.
Oh yeah, I'm fatter, so I had to
It's bigger.
had to get less on it so it weighed the same.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, next stop's on the boat.
My name is Captain Davey.
All right.
I'm going to be your captain and guide here the next 3 hours.
3 hours? We told it was 6.
Yeah, right.
We're going to get our earplugs in. We'll be good to go. What earplugs? You don't need earplugs.
Well, we had a good time out on the airboat. We went out into the Everglades here and got pretty much lost so far as I could tell. All these waterways start to look the same. The the channels. Now there are some buoys and channel markers out there, and the captain knew where he was all the time. And I've done boating before, and I know once you go out into some place a few times, you get familiar with it. You can find your way back, but I couldn't have found my way back if you had just said, all right, it's time to go back, point the way. But I guess that's part of learning to relax and just enjoy what's going on. And we just had a great time out on the airboat, and I'll just let you kind of watch the footage and enjoy as we meander through the mangroves and see what we saw.
Now if you'll notice how the branches grow out over the water, and the outer roots, they're just dangling. But you get up towards the center of these trees, guys, these roots are very plentiful and very, very strong. Put them on there because when you're in the tidal area, that tide runs so hard, keeps trap on the bottom. So I see 3 in there actually. 4. Yeah, I see 4.
And after we got back to the dock, we went inside to see a baby alligator that was quite content with his lot, apparently. He was well fed and a happy little dude sitting back in the tank, and I think he had a smile on his face. He was just a pretty cool little alligator sitting back in there, and everybody'd walk over and talk to him. But it's time to get on down the road.
Yep, she's got her hyper cool vest in there, soaking her down. They actually help. Wouldn't say that you feel like you're in an air conditioner or anything, but they do help.
They do.
Then just wring them out, let them dry, throw it on, and the air will dry you out riding down the road.
Probably got too much water.
Yeah, a little bit too much that time.
I don't care. I'll drive.
Yep.
Oh, it's still real, 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 real bad. Get the bottom wet. Ooh.
Ice cold.
It is ice cold.
Feels good.
Yes, but it's cold. Well, that's better.
Cheating, cheater.
Yeah.
Supposed to wear 3 layers of leather.
Not.
Well, the rigs are doing very well and hadn't had any trouble out of them. Just heading on down the road. We're going to get down to Key Largo by the end of this episode. Hope you're enjoying it, but once again, it's time to head out on the road. I found a little bit different music here. Let's see how you like this. I tell you, it is so good when we have to stop to grab a little bit of fuel, especially on this stretch of 41. The last gas station was closed, so we actually had to stop and transfer a little bit of gas out of our jerry cans that we carry, or the roto packs. I guess they're technically not jerry cans, but we headed out from here to go on down the road, and we got tied up in a little bit of road construction at this point. So this part of the trip actually took a lot longer than we were expecting, but all in all, it wasn't bad. We enjoyed it. And remember, if you don't like the riding portions with the music, feel free to Well, I hope you're enjoying the video series. Make sure you subscribe and like, and you'll get to see our next episode where we make it all the way down to Key West. We've got some beautiful scenery, riding scenery. I think the next episode's probably going to be a lot of riding videos because that's what we did. We rode all the way down to Key West and back up to Key Largo in a day, and we caught a lot of video on that and stopped at a few places to visit. Had a great lunch at a little restaurant there, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out.